Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers play the Hornets today. And I say today with an emphasis because the game's at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you're ready for the early Eastern Conference game in Charlotte. Charlotte Hornets are a team that's banged up just like the Lakers are. To be honest with you, I can start with the injury report. Miles Bridges is a game-time decision. Grant Williams, out. Josh Green, out. Melo, out. And Drew Peterson is a game-time decision. For your Lakers, Austin Reeves is a game-time decision, so hopefully he'll be back and ready to go. Gabe Vincent, out. Braun, out. Adu Thero, out. So that is what it is for the injury report. Now, the Charlotte Hornets are a team that's 3-6 on the season, struggling without some of their best players on a 2-game losing streak. Lost, 5 of their last 6 games or something like that. They're not good. They're struggling without players, and I don't know. I like what they have. I'm a big fan of what the Charlotte Hornets have, but this is yet another season where they just don't seem to have it. Even no matter what they put together, it just seems like it's just destined to fail. Almost like it's a couple other teams in this league, like the Pelicans, for example, seem to have that kind of aura around them. They just need a culture shift or something. I don't know what needs to happen, but people need to feel like they can win. Putting on certain uniforms, and I do think that might be a bit of an issue for certain teams in this league. They just need to change colors or something. But Charlotte, nevertheless, is going to be a team that's hoping to get on the right track against a Laker team that's really reeling off a bad game where they probably went out the night before. From what I understand, we got to Atlanta like 2 nights before the game, so I just think guys went out. It was a weekend, and it showed, man. I don't need anybody to tell me the Lakers were out. And I ain't talking about not on the basketball floor, but they might as well have not been on the basketball floor the way they played against that Atlanta Hawks team that was missing damn near their entire starting lineup, man. So it was just it was the worst loss we've seen in a long time. And one of the worst losses we've had in years, definitely the worst loss of the year. And we really do need to bounce back, and it's kind of the similar dynamic with this Charlotte team that is going to be missing a lot of people. So let's get into the Charlotte's history. I don't know how relevant most of this is, given the fact that half of the players that we're going to be going over just didn't play, but for the sake of the homework that's been done, we'll just go over them. I saw all the highlights of the last 5 games. Of course, I'll skip the box score of their opponent, and we'll talk about the team stats of both teams and just move on and try to get this going. So, working from the furthest past all the way to the most recent game, we will start with the Orlando Magic that won the game 123-107. And this game was in Charlotte. And the Magic shot 51%, 45 of 87 from the field, 16 of 32 from the 3, 42%, and 17 of 23 from the free throw line. Now, the Hornets, of whom we'll see, shot 50% from the field, 42 of 83, 11 of 30 from the 3, 36%, and 12 of 15 from the free throw line, 80%. The Hornets had 41 rebounds to the Magic 38. And the Hornets had 12 offensive rebounds, and the Hornets had 14. The Hornets had 29 assists to the Magic. Vice versa. The Hornets had 24 assists. The Magic had 29. So let's get that correct. The Magic had 10 steals, Hornets 5. Magic had 7 blocks, Hornets 6. The Magic had 13 turnovers, 15 points conceded off of those. And the Hornets, 21 turnovers, 29 points conceded off of those. Fast break points, 12 for the Hornets, 21 for the Magic. Points in the paint, 60 for the Hornets, 54 for the Magic. And the Magic at one point were up by 20 points in this basketball game. As far as the box score, Miles Bridges in 33 minutes had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 block, 6 of 15 from the field, 4 of 6 from the 3. Shot the 3 ball well. I don't know if he plays or not, but that's something to consider. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, 3 blocks, 8 of 9 from the field. Very, very good game for him, although the plus minus says he was a minus 14. The box score says that he was kicking tail in 32 minutes of play. LaMelo played in this one, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, 8 of 19 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3. Sion James, somebody we need to be careful with as well, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He is good. He's a rookie, and he's going to be on the floor a lot tonight. Con Knipple, 27 minutes of play, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. This was a bad game for Khan, a -20. He doesn't have too many of those, so don't expect anything like that tonight. Moussa Diabaté, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 of them offensive, 1 assist, 2 blocks, 4 of 8 from the field. I really like Moussa Diabaté. They call him Big Moose. He's going to be somebody that's coming off the bench, I believe, for Kalkbrenner. Both of those centers are to be taken seriously. Let's see, Tijan Salon, developing slowly. I like him a lot, but he's just not getting the looks there. I would love to see him move on from Charlotte. I think he needs to be in a winning situation, develop better around more veterans, I guess you say. I'd like to see him in a situation like ours, like Houston, something like that. He has 2 rebounds or 1 from the field. He's a 3-point shooter, but he's just not getting the minutes or the looks. Pat Connaughton, I didn't even know Pat Connaughton was with the Charlotte Hornets. He had 2 minutes garbage time. I don't expect to see too much of him, although they're shorthanded, so he might be out there, but he's a bit on the wash side of the game at this point. Trey Mann, I do expect to see a lot of him. 16 minutes of play, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Anytime they get a chance to play Trey Mann, he usually takes advantage of it. With guys being out, he'll probably be one of the main players. Don't be surprised to see him have a big night because he tends to do that when guys are out. Colin Sexton, also somebody you will see a lot of tonight. 25 minutes of play, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. We know him very well. 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 3 turnovers. Colin Sexton's playing great for the Charlotte Hornets off the bench, plus 3 there. Good role for him. Liam McNeely, rookie, 14 minutes of play, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 of 4 from the 3. 2 of 4 from field or 1 from 3. He's a 3-point shooter, though, number 33 is. In 14 minutes of play, he didn't do a whole lot, but he did fill up the box scores in a little bit in every area. So we'll keep an eye open for Liam McNeely. I expect to see a lot of him tonight, too. And so that concludes what happened there. The Charlotte Hornets couldn't beat the Orlando Magic. Paolo went for 20. Franz went for 21. Black went for 20. De Silva went for 19. The defense of the Hornets was not able to really stop much of anything, man. And that concludes what I'm going to say about that game. We move on to the next one for the Charlotte Hornets against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 122-105. The Timberwolves got the victory in Charlotte. And box score will be what we handle second. Let's go to the team stats first. 39% for the Hornets from the field, 34 of 86. 28% from the 3, 13 of 45. 88% from the free throw line, 24 of 27. Not great shooting night for the Hornets. Timberwolves, 47 of 87 from the field, 54%. 17 of 36 from the 3 for 47%. And 11 of 14 from the free throw line for 78%. Timberwolves had 38 boards to the Hornets' 45. Hornets had 10 offensive boards, 4 for the Wolves. 31 assists from the Wolves, 23 for the Hornets, 8 steals for the Wolves, 4 for the Hornets, 2 blocks for the Wolves, 4 for the Hornets, 10 turnovers for the Wolves, 8 points off of those, 14 turnovers for the Hornets, 20 points conceded off of those. So the first one was the Wolves. I think I might have misspoken. 10 turnovers, 8 points off that for the Wolves. Fast break points, 15 for the Wolves, 9 for the Hornets, 56 points in the paint for the Wolves, 36 for the Hornets. So the Hornets got crushed in the paint, and the Wolves really took care of the basketball there. They had a 20-point lead at one point, and the Hornets had an 8-point lead at one point. That was blown. Let's get to the box score. Julius had 30 points, 6 players in double figures for the Wolves. Really clean game there for them. For the Charlotte Hornets, Miles Bridges had a big game. 37 minutes of play at 30 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal. On 16 attempted field goals, 10 of them made, 6 of 11 from the 3, of -5 for his team. Very good game for him. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 29 minutes of play, 6 points, 3 offensive boards for 6 total rebounds, and 4 blocks there, 2 of 4 from the field. This is one of the best shot blockers in basketball. As a rookie, second-round rookie, it's tough to say he shouldn't have fell to the second round because there were so many prospects that you really did like a lot. But to see him be one of the more productive rookies, given the role that he's in and what his specialty is and what his team needs, it's not surprising to see he's a very, very good rookie this season. I think he was a great pickup. I think the Lakers may have drafted him with the second-round pick if he would have been available. Although we did target Adu Thero, and I would rather have Thero overall. But Ryan Kalkbrenner is truly a elite shot blocker. Out the gate already, he's a top 10 shot blocker in basketball. So keep that in mind when we face him tonight. Getting him in foul trouble should be something we should try to do, but not testing him as it pertains to laying the ball up over his head, it's not going to happen. He is a great shot blocker. Colin Sexton, 20 minutes of play, 9 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. Not a good shooting night. He was a minus 22. A whole lot of 2s for Colin Sexton, none of them any good. LaMelo Ball, 33 minutes of play, 18 points, 8 assists, 7 boards, 1 steal, 7 of 19 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, a minus 8 on the night. Con Knipple, 31 minutes of play, 5 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 1 of 9 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3. Bad shooting night again. He was in a bit of a slump. I don't think that carried forward. We'll see how it goes from here. Musa Dibiate, 19 minutes of play, 11 points, 5 offensive boards, 9 total rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 5 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, plus 5 there for Musa. Tejan Salon had 11 minutes, 2 points, 1 assist, 1 board, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, not very good. Trey Mann, 23 minutes of play, 16 points, 5 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 6 of 15 from the field, 2 of 7 from the 3. He was a minus 4 for his team. Sion James, in 27 minutes of play, had 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, plus 11 for his team. He is really good. Liam McNeely had 10 minutes, did not score, but did get an offensive board. 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Minus 8 for him. So that concludes everything that we need to know there. Timberwolves a much better basketball team. Came into Charlotte, got an easy win. Not much to say there. Moving on to Charlotte's future. Our past, their future. As we take a look at the Utah Jazz game that they had where they got the victory at home. 126-103. Jazz are a bad team. Charlotte's a bad team. So seeing these two go against one another was not fun in watching highlights, but ultimately it had to be done. And so let's get into the team stats here. Charlotte shot 48% from the field, 43 of 88, 41% from 3, 18 to 43, and hit all of their 22 free throws. The Jazz, 36 of 88 from the field, 40%, 7 of 32 from the 3, 21%, not good, and 24 of 29 from the free throw line for 82%. For the rebounding total, the Hornets were plus 8, 46 of 38, 10 offensive boards for the Jazz, 9 for the Hornets, 27 assists for the Jazz, 31 for the Hornets, 7 steals for the Jazz, 6 for the Hornets, 3 blocks for the Jazz, 6 for the Hornets, 11 turnovers for the Jazz, 10 points off of those, and 15 turnovers for the Hornets, 16 points off of those. 14 points in a fast break for the Jazz, 4 for the Hornets, 54 points in the paint for the Jazz, 50 for Charlotte. And Charlotte at one point had a 29-point lead, and the Jazz biggest lead was only 4. Skip the box score for the Jazz, of course, but they did have 3 players in double figures. Not a great name overall for them. They couldn't seem to get much of anything at all from anyone other than Markkanen, Hendricks, or Keontae George. It is bad. That box score looks terrible. Let's move into the Charlotte Hornets, who had a good game here. Mikal Bridges followed his 30-point game up with a 29-point game, 33 minutes of play, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 7 of 18 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3. Hit all 12 of his free throws, a plus 10 on the night. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 22 minutes of play, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, 4 blocks. 1 of 3 from the field, a plus 25. Led the team there. Colin Sexton, 29 minutes of play, 10 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 turnovers though, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, plus 17. Sion James, 29 minutes of play, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, plus 27 on the night. So he led the team, not Ryan, excuse me. Sion had the better of the 2 plus minuses. Khan snapped out of this slump he had, 35 minutes of play, 24 points, a Kobe there, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 9 of 17 from the field, 4 of 9 from the 3, a plus 20 on the night. Musa, double-double, 22 minutes of play, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 6 offensive boards. He's killing it on the offensive glass, people. Musa Dibiate is killing it on the offensive glass. 1 block, 7 of 9 from the field, minus 1 on the night. Tajon Salon had 3 minutes plus 9, did nothing. How does that work? I do not know. Mason Plumlee, 4 minutes of play, had a board. My man Mason may be a bit on the wash side of the game. Pat Connaughton had 14 minutes of play, 6 points, 1 rebound. That was that. Trey Mann, 22 minutes of play, 13 points, 4 rebounds. And a 4-11 from the field, 3 of 7 from the 3, -2 on the night. KJ Simpson had 17 minutes of play, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, +6 for Simpson. And Liam had 9 minutes of play, 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 of 1 from 3 and field, +3 on the night. So the Charlotte got their 3rd win in this one, and let's just move on. This is 2 bad teams. I don't even need to comment too much. Here goes 2 more bad teams. The Pelicans and the Hornets faced off in New Orleans, and the Hornets won their only game of the season against these. The Pelicans won their only game of the season against these Hornets. And so let's get into the team stats. The score was 116-112. The Pelicans shot 47% from the field, 43 of 90, and 44% from the 3, 17 of 38, 68% from the free throw line, 13 of 19. The Hornets, 39 of 82 from the field for 47%. The 3-point shot, 13 of 38 for 34%. And from the free throw line, 21 of 28 for 75%. The Hornets once again won the boards. That's something to pay attention to. They're killing everybody on the glass. 49 to 39. The Hornets won. 15 offensive boards for the Hornets, 13 for the Pels. So, yeah, offensive glass in total. That's one thing the Hornets do well. They board. 27 assists for the Pels, 20 for the Hornets. 9 steals for the Pels, 8 for the Hornets. 3 blocks for the Pels, 6 for the Hornets. 20 turnovers for the Hornets, 22 points conceded off of those, 13 for the Pelicans, 11 points conceded off of those. 25 fast break points for the Pelicans to 11 for the Hornets, and 48 points in the paint for the Hornets, 46 for the Pels. At one point, the Hornets were up by 9. They blew that, lost by 4. At one point, the Pelicans were up by 12. So yeah, that's what we're paying attention to. Most importantly, above all else, is the boards. The Hornets are killing all people on the boards. We'll see if that continues going forward. Mikel? No, it's Miles. Mikel's a no. Of course, New York. 37 minutes of play, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 3 assists, 1 steal, 7 of 19 from the field, 3 of 11 from 3. Not a great shooting night. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 30 minutes of play, 10 points, 6 offensive boards. My goodness, 5 defensive, 11 total boards, 2 assists, 4 blocks, 1 steal, 4 of 4 from the field. This dude is killing it, man. Ryan Kalkbrenner is a very good rookie, man. +8 on the night. Colin Sexton, 30 minutes of play, 17 points, 5 assists, 1 steal, 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from the 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, +12 on the night. Sion James, 31 minutes of play, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. -7 there. Con Knipple, 20 minutes of play. No, 32 minutes of play. He had 20 points, 12 boards, 2 assists, 7 of 16 from the field, 3 of 10 from the 3, +7 on the night. You let Con Knipple have 12 boards? That's crazy. But we got to understand something about Con. He's a winning player, just like Sion James. Those guys, they do the little things for their team. Hustling, rebounding, offensive boards, stealing. Be very careful with their backcourt with those two, because they are winning players, and they will hurt you if you let them. And they'll fill up the box score in many different areas. So I'm keeping an eye on both of those guys in that regard. Winning type guys. They do the Marcus Smart things for their teams. Moussa Diabaté, 18 minutes play, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 offensive boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 of 3 from the field. That's a great line. Filled it all the way up. Moussa Diabaté, a -12 in 18 minutes. Pat Connaughton, 11 minutes to play, 3 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, a -4. Terrence Mann, 24 minutes to play, 18 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, 8 of 13 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. Not a bad shooting night there. KJ Simpson, 13 minutes to play, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, minus 13. And Liam McNeely, 13 minutes of play, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 0 1 from 3. Excuse me, 0 1 from the field. He did not attempt a 3. He was minus 2 on the night. Pelicans in a winning effort had 8 players in double figures. Wow. Hornets defense could be better despite having a fantastic rim protection. They don't really have much else going on from the perimeter, it seems, because everybody's scoring on them. Everybody on a bad Pelicans team scored on this team. Of course, as we saw, the Hornets had 5 players in double figures in a losing effort, and that's about as much as I want to say about that. These 2 teams that are hoping to get the first overall pick, as far as I can tell. Actually, New Orleans, they probably don't want the first overall pick because they mortgaged it away for not Devlin Queen, that's another guy, for Derek Queen. And I like Derek Queen. I think he's going to be really good, but I probably wouldn't have made that decision. So, yeah, that pick will likely go to Atlanta, I think, or something like that. Or the Bucks, I think. I think that pick is, like, swaying between 2 teams. I don't really know how that works, but whatever the case may be, that's kind of how that goes. Forgive me if I mentioned the Bucks wrong. I know Atlanta's involved in that. I don't know who the other team is. I think it's the Bucks, though. But whatever the case may be, New Orleans does not have their pick. It's going somewhere else. So if they lose out and so on and so forth, nothing good happens from there. So that's about as much as I'm going to say about that game. The Hornets lost to another bad team. Bad teams play bad. That's it. Let's move on. Next up is the Miami Heat, who got the 126-108 victory in their building. Most recent game that the Charlotte Hornets played. That was a tournament game, and we'll get into the team stats. So the Hornets shot 38% from the field, 37 of 97, and 25% from the 3, 10 of 39, and 88% from the free throw line, 24 of 27. The Heat, 51 of 99 from the field, 51%, 42% from 3, 12 of 28, and 85% from the free throw line, 12 of 14. The Hornets once again crushed the glass in a dramatic fashion, 57 to 37. And offensively, they were ridiculous. 19 offensive boards for the Hornets, 6 for the Heat. The Heat won in the assist category, 31 to 22. Everybody beats the Hornets in the assist category. That's a theme there. They really need LaMelo Ball to play point guard for them because they're not getting a whole lot of ball continuity, offensive issues, it seems the numbers are telling me. Maybe they need a coaching change. I don't know. But they're not running stuff, and it shows in the assist category. 10 steals for the Heat, for the Hornets. 9 blocks for the Hornets, 7 for the Heat. 18 turnovers for the Hornets, 24 points conceded off of those. 8 for the Heat, 9 points conceded off of those. Fast break point +2 for the Heat, 20 to 18. And the Heat crushed them in the paint, 70 to 54 for the Hornets. 26 was the largest lead for the Heat. The Hornets did not lead in this tournament game. All right, so let's get straight to it. Box score tells me that Miles Bridges played 41 minutes, 14 points, 12 boards, 3 of them offensive, 7 assists, 4 of 16 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. He's in a bit of a shooting slump, but he can help you in other areas, as we can clearly see. So be on guard if he does play. He's a game-time decision. A -9 in this one, though. 27 minutes of play, 10 points, 4 offensive rebounds for Kalkbrenner, 5 rebounds in total, 4 blocks. Once again, that's the 4th straight game if I'm counting with 4 more blocks. Craziness. 5 of 7 from the field. He doesn't miss too many twos, and he only attempted 1 3. I don't think he's a stretch the floor center, but he can do everything else. Trey Mann, 35 minutes of play, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. 4 turnovers, 7 of 24 from the field. Very ugly shooting, 2 of 8 from the 3. He was a 0 in the plus-minus. Sion James, 33 minutes of play, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, -22 on the night. Very bad game for Sion. I expect him to bounce back tonight in his home court. Con Knipple, 40 minutes of play, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 9 of 23 from the field, 5 of 13 from the 3. He has a green light, man. He hit all 7 of his free throws there, -3 in 40 minutes of play. Moussa Diabaté, 22 minutes, 10 points, 7 offensive boards, 11 rebounds in total. Yo, Moussa Diabaté is a fantastic offensive rebounder. He's on a tear That's completely out of control, and we need to understand that tonight going into this game. He gives his teams second, third, fourth, fifth attempts on one possession if necessary. So regardless of which center they put on the floor, do understand that they're going to board hard. So we get better if we're going to overcome them. So yeah, he had 3 blocks on the night to go along with that, 4 of 6 from the field, or no threes attempted on the night, a minus 17. Pat Connaughton, 10 minutes of play, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, minus 20. KJ Simpson at 13 minutes of play did not score, 3 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal, minus 18. And Liam McNeely had 19 minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, and a plus 2 for his team. He was the only guy with a plus minus. And that concludes all of the history that we need to see about this particular Hornets club. The Heat had 6 players in double figures. Norman Powell went for 25, Wiggins 22, Jaime's on a tear with 18 points. Jaime is on a tear, by the way. He's playing great. And that's all I want to say about the Hornets. The Hornets are not very good. They're missing half the team. Yeah, we got through it together, people. So, of course, again, the game's at 4 o'clock against our Laker team. We're coming off a bad loss against a very, very short-handed Atlanta team. Embarrassed the heck out of ourselves. I do not expect for us to do that tonight. We do have Luka out there. I know he didn't like how his game went in the last one, so I expect for him to bounce back strong. Austin expected to be back. Expect him to bounce back strong. I do know that the Hornets are very capable of doing some good things. We clearly saw that in the stats, but ultimately they are not putting together wins against bad teams, so it's going to be very difficult for them to beat a well-oiled Laker machine if we come in like we have some damn sense, unlike against the Hawks where we did not. So that's really what it comes down to, man. Your Los Angeles Lakers will be wearing their yellow uniforms, as I was attempting to show it to you, but now, here we go. As you know what those look like, of course, you've seen them 1,000 times on the road. And the Hornets will be wearing their road blues on their home floor, which is something I will always complain about. I will always complain about that. Marcus Smart, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton are your projected starters. That is a lot of guards in the starting lineup. I don't know about that starting lineup. Not really sure about that. I don't like that. But whatever. Against the Hornets, you probably get away with it. Colin Sexton, Sion James, Con Knipple, Miles Bridges, and Ryan Kalkbrenner are your starters for the Hornets. Projected, not necessarily written in stone. I would caution us to just say Marcus Smart, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic. I love those 3 players. I don't know that I need all 3 of them on the floor at the same time. It just seems a little weird, especially with Rui down there. Marcus is a fantastic defender, but not a great shooter. Austin needs Marcus next to him to help with the defense. So does Luka, so maybe that's not the problem. I don't know what the problem is. It just doesn't look right to me. This starting lineup, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But that's really what it is, man. Of course, as I said, the injury report is a different site, so we'll cite what they say. Austin Reeves, game time decision. Adu out. Gabe out. Braun, of course, out until the Utah games after the end of this road trip. Injury report for the Hornets looks the same to me. Brandon Miller is a name that wasn't mentioned. He's out with a shoulder. Josh Green, Miles Bridges, game time decision. Melo out with the ankle. Drew Peterson, a game time decision. I really don't know who Drew Peterson is. And Grant Williams also out with a knee. So that concludes everything, man. I just really hated how the Lakers came out against the Hawks, man. I think all Laker fans were mad about that. It wasn't a whole lot to look at that game in regards to it was bad to watch from start to finish. We got out-hustled by the Hawks, third stringers. Half of our team just looked like they had went out to Magic City the night before, drank, chilled, ate good, all the wrong things. Did not come in like we respected our opponent, and that was one of the things that I was arguing was most important going into this game. Having done all the homework that I had on the Hawks, more than usual, I knew what we could be potentially facing, and my worst fears came to pass. The Lakers got their butts kicked, man, and I'd say the game was over by like the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. It was terrible. So if the Lakers don't find themselves embarrassed by that with a certain intention on not letting that happen, continuing this road trip, this is another opportunity to face the same type of dynamic. With all these players out, you're going to be seeing some hopefuls who are going to likely play hard. You got great rim protection, great offensive rebounding. players who play winning basketball but just don't have enough to really help themselves actually win, they can harm you tonight. Guys like Trey Mann, Con Knipple, they can harm you tonight. Steon James, these are rookies. Some of these guys are young players that are going to get better the more basketball they play. So if they have a big night where they show you the upside tonight, don't be surprised to see Colt Brenner have 5 blocks. Don't be surprised to see Steon James get a career high tonight. Don't be surprised to see Con Knipple go for 30 points. Don't be surprised, because they have the green light to do so, and they're missing everybody. So it ain't nothing for them to just go out there, look at the highlights from the Lakers and how the Hawks were able to beat us, and just do the same thing the Hawks are able to do. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tejon Salone get a career high tonight. They're on their home court. So if the Lakers don't come to play and we approach this game the same way we did Atlanta, we can get beaten the same way we got beaten by Atlanta. This is not the same type of team. I think Atlanta's a much better team than the Hornets, but it doesn't matter if you're not going to come to play against pros. Guys are going to be hungry out there without their stars, and they're going to play well. And so that's kind of what I expect to see tonight. I expect the Hornets to play well, better than usual, with the Lakers on the floor, with Luka on the floor. You expect to win by 30, but the way they played the Hawks game, I don't know if I can expect that. Colin Sexton, if he goes for 30 tonight, who's going to be surprised by that, right? Like, it's just the type of night that Colin Sexton's going to, dig into his bag and probably pull out all of his tricks. He's a hustle guy. He plays hard. So he's going to try to be the heart and soul of this team going forward. And as I said, with guys like Con Knipple and Steon James down there, these are guys that are going to be hustling, man. So if you don't come to play, expect to lose. That's all there is to it. I don't care about the record. The Lakers have won 7 games. We've done a lot of amazing things. But at the end of the day, you are only as good as your last win. And this team is not an NBA champion. They haven't proven themselves to be something great. They just started off hot. So is this who we are, or is who we saw ourselves to be when we were getting our 7-2 record going actually who we are? The jury is out. And the fact of the matter is, we came into Atlanta and played like losers and lost like losers. And so until they put a different memory in my mind, the last memory is the most important one as far as I can tell. You're only as good as your last win. And we were horrible in our last game. So that's really my point of view, man. I'm glad Austin could potentially be back. I don't know that we're not rushing him back. I'm not really sure. After a loss like that, you might feel alarmed to try to hurry up and get him back out there. I'm seeing teams have issues. Jalen Green just came back over there in Phoenix and re-injured the same injury. I saw something in football where a guy re-injured an injury down in New York with the Jets. Wilson. I just am seeing too much of this re-injury crap, and I just think the cautious, maybe even paranoid approach might be the best way to keep your team healthy. That's the way the Lakers have been approaching this. If Austin doesn't feel absolutely 100% tonight, given the fact that it's a growing injury and he tends to move around and in a way that can make that worse, I wouldn't mind sitting him tonight against a bad Charlotte team. I don't know that I need him to come back tonight. I really don't. If he's not 1,000% ready to go, no pain whatsoever, sit him. Sit him. And I want to see some Nick Smith minutes tonight, man. He played for the Charlotte Hornets. They cut him. He's better than that. And I know he's going to come in with a certain effort tonight. I'd expect for him to play well tonight if given minutes. I want to see him get those minutes. So that's really what comes to mind, man. Lakers got to redeem themselves, man. They look terrible in Atlanta. And they undid a lot of goodwill as it pertains to the confidence that people have in this team. A lot of it. And so that's really what it comes down to. When you come out and lose, that's one thing. When you come out and don't show effort and look like you're not mentally and physically prepared, that's an entirely different thing. And that's exactly what the Lakers did in Atlanta. They got to win 3 and 4 games to overcome that bad taste that they left in our mouths about that basketball game, period. So tonight I expect for them to come out and show us something different. Show us what we come to expect from this team this season. Hard play, ready play, and a team that's well rested and having not just taken their opponent completely and utterly for granted. So that's pretty much what I got to say. My name is BDL44. I thank y'all for watching. Wow.